Hello there, this is DBT, and this are the Vrooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9 in the global version, in Android, playing multiplayer 2 in the... Okay, I'm tired of doing the whole thing. Alright, so we're playing MP2, where we have the ability to play with any of the Lambos. We have used a lot of them, 16 Lambos to be precise, and today we're starting up in Class S with the Lamborghini Egoista. A very grindy car to get. It's kind of weird to explain it, but let's just jump into a race and see what we get. Of course, it had to be this map that I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like this map, okay? What can I say? I don't like the color scheme of it. It's just too icy. I keep saying that the version of, what is it, Iceland of Asphalt 7 is the best icy map ever. Because it's icy, but it's got lava and it looks very cool. This one is icy and it has lava, but it doesn't look anywhere as cool. But anyway, I was talking about the Lamborghini Egoista being a car that a lot of people, if you don't know what you're doing, you can very much play this game for a couple of years straight and not be able to unlock this car. But if you know what you're doing, in about 6 months probably you can unlock it from, you know, from when you started playing the game, which is exactly what happened to me. When I played this game, the global version, meaning this version, I didn't really know what I was doing. All I knew is that once a week I had an opportunity to get 2 blueprints for this car. And, you know, once I realized how many blueprints this thing needed in order to be maxed out, or even just unlocked, I was like, oh boy, I should probably get the other car that is required in order to do so. And then I started realizing there was a big chain of events, literally, like you gotta do this event so that you can advance faster in this other event, so you can advance faster in this other event, so you can advance faster in this other event, so you can get blueprints for the Egoista. So yeah, in global, it was kind of random. I eventually managed it, but it took me a long time. But when I started playing the Switch version, since I already knew what I was supposed to do in regards to that chain of time-limited events, yeah, it was much easier to unlock this car and to take it to 6-star. I mean, it still took quite a while, but it wasn't straight up impossible. Alright, so, not a great result. This Lambo is particularly not very fast. I think this is faster, this is faster, this is faster. So I'm not too surprised that a not fast Lambo didn't do amazing, but this car has other strengths. What this card normally doesn't have is color options. It only has one single color, but this being Asphalt 9, you are able to change the color after a while to a non-official color, and that's what I did. And now I have a bluish kind of Egoista, which looks kind of nice, I think. It's just nice to see the car in a different color. I was gonna say in a different light, but hey, might as well say color, right? But anyway, let's see how we do over here in Buenos Aires. A slightly more twisted track, so maybe there's an opportunity for this car to do alright. I mean, this car isn't like amazingly agile or anything, but it's overall not bad, so I think it will perform better in a slightly twisted track than it does in a full top speed oriented track. But then again, as I've said a bunch of times, I don't have necessarily a ton of experience with Class S racing. So all of this that I'm saying might be just completely false, and I'm just making stuff up because oh, no, oh, I did that jump wrong. That's on me. Come on, DBT. Finally, you're driving the Class S Lambos and you still mess it up? What are you gonna blame now, huh? Oh, the car is too slow, the car doesn't handle enough, the car is not doing spins properly. Okay, at least I recovered one position. But that's gonna be it. Oh, well. Fuck. Oh crap, come on. Oh, I lost the position, really? 7? Okay, fine, 7th place. I wanted to lose points anyway. Yeah, so everybody beat me. Well, I did beat SCN because rage quit, so I guess that counts as something, right? Just wait and see until I get to the good Lambos. Okay, now we have a very, very orange Egoista. It looks like you kind of dipped it into a bucket of paint or something, because it already has orange wheels and orange accents, and then I put like an orange color on top of it. Yeah, it's a color dipped, I suppose. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can get a slightly better luck in San Francisco. I want to believe so. Come on, Egoista. I mean, looking at the opposition, or rather the enemies, I don't see a Terzo Milenio yet, so... But see, the problem with this, while there's other Lambos that aren't about as fast as this one, the problem is that this one doesn't accelerate necessarily amazing. So that is also a bit of a situation with this one, but hopefully, at least we're not gonna finish last place like I have done for a while now, so... Oh, Jesus. Also, I absolutely despise how the camera kind of moves when you are... I mean, when you collide with another player, yeah, the camera moves to give that sensation and all that and to move out of the way. But the camera also moves exactly like that when cars would be colliding, but they're in ghost mode. And I hate it because it kind of throws me off a little bit. It's what happened right at the start here where we'll... No! Oh, I messed up! No, come on! I need to see that replay. Come on! I'm pretty sure I didn't press brake twice. Why did it... No! My one chance at victory is gone. Such is the difficult life with Lambos. You win some. Oh, hello. Come on! And you win! Yeah, baby! Never doubted it. Got a W with the Egoista. Beautiful. And let's see what we... Get out of the way, message. Yeah, I beat a Cian, 2 Kunta Shell PIs, a Revuelto, and another Cian. Beautiful. I never doubted myself. I always knew that this car was totally able to do things like that. There was not... Next up, the Lamborghini SC18. Oh man, I really like this car. Now, actually just doing a quick comparison between the Egoista, you can see the top speed of 366, which is honestly kind of low for a Class S. So this is a little bit slower, but... Well, actually the acceleration of this is technically better than this, so never mind. I do know that the nitro of this thing is much better, so let's go for it. So I was just thinking how I was underestimating the acceleration of the Egoista, but that is because my Egoista doesn't have epic import parts normally, so I cannot see the maximum acceleration. But overall, I would still probably say that the Revuelto has even a better acceleration, even though it's much... it's 2 classes lower than the Egoista, and it's almost the same top speed, so makes sense out of that. But we're in Auckland. Alright, I can live in Auckland over here. I like this track, as I've mentioned before. And this car does quite alright over here, because the beauty about this Lambo is that the drift is beautiful. Listen, it's very good. It's not a straight up broken where you can barely control it. No, it's good comfortable, you know, it's sharp comfortable. Like, when you think like, oh, this is exactly what I need it to be. That's how that would be. Now, Kunta Shopee is catching. Oh, Jesus, too high. Hold up. We can make it back. Alright, the Countach is right next to me, so... No! What are you doing, car? Jesus Christ! No! One of my favorite tracks. And I lost it. Not too terribly though, but... A slightly disappointing performance. I mean, I still gained some points and all, but yeah. Countach is faster, so I'm gonna blame it on that. Look at the rank difference. Yeah, there's definitely a difference right there. And even then the Cian's lost, so wait. Yeah. Now this is another one of those cars that only has one regular color, one official color, but thanks to me owning the car, I'm able to change the color and even the material because I played in a multiplayer with it, where I am able to. So now I made it a matte red because it looks pretty dope. So let's do this. Now, how well can I do over here? I don't know, but we shall find out. Like I said, the nitro on this thing is so good that whether it's a slipstream or not, it can really keep itself afloat just with that nitro duration. Now, the top speed as usual per Lamborghini isn't necessarily amazing, but it's okay for a Class A. It took me a while to kind of get used to the speeds of different classes in this game, but now that I have more experience, now that I can be like, oh yeah, this is average for a class whatever, now I can actually appreciate some cars like, oh, this is a proper fast car, oh, this is very slow, but it's got this, it's got that, so that's kind of curious. Normally I would do 360s in that jump, but it's not necessary because I'm riding the slipstream of somebody else, so... No! Oh man, I'm telling you, there's so much noise on the screen that I don't know where I'm going. Oh, that's another race wasted. Oh. We did get 1W at least in the video, so that is something. But man, I ringed out by a dumb mistake. Ah, Jesus. So much stuff happening. Like, I don't remember where I heard this term, but someone said like, yeah, it's like a vomit of colors. Yeah, that's exactly it. So much stuff happening in the screen that I couldn't really figure out where I was supposed to land. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Now, I made it white just because, you know, the regular color is black. In white, it also looks kind of dope, although it loses a little bit of the accents, and this preview doesn't let me see the car, but it's fine. And it actually reminds me a little bit of a 1:64 scale model that I saw of the Aventador with the Liberty Walk body kit, I think. And it looks surprisingly similar to this car, so I even thought, ooh, I should get that one. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. It looks so pretty. But yeah, by the way, in case you didn't know, in case you're not aware of this, Asphalt 9 is the only game out there, period, out there, that has this car. No other video game has it. I mean, at least not in an official capacity. Maybe one of those, like, what is it, Roblox or whatever, where they're importing cars from brands without paying royalties and all of that. Maybe one game like that may have this car. But I'm saying for any proper game with licenses and all, this is literally the only one that has this car. And I find that baffling, because I would at least expect this to be in Asphalt 8, considering how much they share cars between those two games. But no, it's exclusive only to Asphalt 9. No Gran Turismo, no Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsports, I suppose, because this is a track car. Oh, Jesus, I messed that up a little bit. None of them have this car. It's really strange. Very peculiar. All right, that person is going to keep the first place. Well, congratulations. I am not salty. But at least we got a decent result over here with the second place, so I'll live with that. Still, a beautiful car. What can I say? I just hate that it only has 3 fuel, because 3 races and then you're done. Gotta wait 4 hours or so. Speaking of white cars that don't normally have color options, it's time to use the Lamborghini SC20. Now, some people have told me that the SC20 looks a lot like the SC18. I have to disagree. The body shape is definitely different, obviously forgetting about the fact that this doesn't have a roof or a windshield. But yeah, I can see the similarities, but I do think they're different enough. Whatever. The point is that I was saying that this car would look so much better if it was actually a coupe, so... Hey Lamborghini, you wanna make a coupe version of this, maybe? Buenos Aires again. Alright, this should be okay. Now, the difference between this car and the SC18, the one that I was using before, is that this one is faster, but with way worse nitro, and my cell phone is making noise. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's the main difference, I would dare to say, because I believe the acceleration is pretty much the same. The handling, it's very, very similar. But yeah, the difference lies in the nitro and top speed. I'm not exactly sure what is the top speed of this, but I think it's like slightly above average class A. And by that I mean over 360. Now, does that mean 364? 368? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll figure it out later. I literally just saw the number, but I don't remember it. That's my level of memory. But yeah, this definitely, you want to stick around your opponents to be riding that slipstream, because man, this thing runs out of nitro real fast. I'm not gonna go for the jump because I feel like that was very uncomfortable given my position, and probably I would have just ringed out anyway. Game, stop lagging, please. Could you be kind to me for once? Right, can we get a position from these jumps? Doubt it. Oh, no! Why did I think oh man. Lesson learned, DBT, look at the map. Just look at the map. For some reason I thought this was the version of the track that went to the left. You saw me going to the left, and it was very late until I realized, oh, it's on the right. Ha! Who would have known? That I had no way of knowing that was the case, in despite of the map and the arrows and all of that. And now we're in another annoying track. It's fine. But see, at this point that I'm in the whatever league I am, now you can only see it's mostly Cyan, Countach LPIs, although I do see in total 3 SC20s. So maybe this is a meta car and I'm not sure. Like I said, it's faster than the SC18. So there's, I think, also should be faster than the Aventador J. I don't believe, maybe it's about as fast as the SBJ. Maybe that's why people prefer to use it. Oh, I don't know which side to go. I'm gonna go on the little right, sure. Yeah, to this day, I still have not quite figured out what are the best routes for the Paris track. So I'm just gonna go by gut instinct, and if I mess it up too badly, you can't blame me. Well, you can, but please don't. Alright, so far, 385. Yeah, you know what? This thing is fast. I'm starting to notice that this thing is actually fast. Granted, that is with nitro, and obviously this car not having fantastic nitro, well, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Oh, I remember to look at the map. Who would have known that I actually had the ability to do that? No! Ah, fuck! Ah, really? Really? Ah, this game hates me. Oh, man. Seriously, last place? That's what you get for being an ugly Lambo. That's all I can say. Oh my god, I get in Paris. Jesus. Now, to be a contrarian, I turned the white car into a black car because reasons. It was already ugly anyway, so who cares? Alright, I think this is exactly the same track that I just did. So let's see if I actually learned my lesson. But I did take the time to double check. And yeah, this thing is fast. This is actually faster than the Super Veloce. The Super Veloce goes to 367, while this goes to 370. So yeah, this thing do be fast, much fast. It's like 8 kilometers faster than the SE18. Now, granted, I still prefer the SE18 big time over this because the SE18 looks better. And it has great nitro. Might be a little slow, but you know. We don't judge them for their capabilities. We judge them based on how beautiful they are. And the SE18, absolutely, it's a beaut. Alright, so I'm gonna go on the left side because I kept seeing people going on the left side here. And by the way, oddly enough that we only got 3 people in this race. I don't know why, but you know what that means? That means that at the very least I ended in podium. So there's that. In fact, I was the second best player in this race. How about that, huh? I did beat Asian, so I guess that's gotta count for something, I think. And now it's finally time to use the Revuelto. Oh yeah, the newest Lambo. And yeah, it's Class B, it's top of Class B. So the top speed, like I was saying, this is pretty much the average speed for a Class A car. So that this being Class B, it's kind of like, oh, I see. Acceleration is really, really good. It's like proper good. It's only under the Sesto Elemento, but this is much faster than the Sesto. It doesn't have amazing nitro, but it has pretty good handling. So overall, a peculiar car to drive, and so we will. How many times am I gonna get Paris? Jesus Christ! The game is like, oh, you said you don't know this track very well? Let me give it to you over and over and over and over. Jeez. Okay, fine, at least. Well, to be fair, the second time, I mean, last race, which was the second time that I did that particular track, I did much better. So I suppose the actual plan is working. I am learning the track. It's just annoying. I really don't love this track. I don't know. It looks cold. I don't know. I like when the tracks look a little warmer. That is why I like, visually speaking, that's why I like a lot Buenos Aires. Because it does have that full season type of look to it, but it's also very warm looking. I like it. It do be cool. It do be very cool, I tell you. All right, here we go. Now this jump is gonna lag. How much you wanna bet? Every time I take the jump, there it is. Every time. Every time. I don't know if it's a problem of optimization of the game, what is going on over there, but every time I take that jump, it always lags. So, yes. That is one other thing that I had to learn when I was recording the clips for the showcase of all Lambos. That certain tracks like this, certain jumps always lag, and it's bad enough where I don't want to do it at all, you know? Alright, I was looking good for most of the race, but then oh, look at this drift. Holy smokes. This drift is awesome. You see, I was like in 5th place, and thanks to that drift alone, I managed to pull out a 2nd place. And I beat 3 Cians, a Terzo Milenio, and a Countach. All of those technically better cars than mine. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, the game was like, you want another map that is in Paris? Then here we go. You are now in Buenos Aires, the one you were talking about. Thank you, game. I appreciate you. Let's see how my Revuelto can do. I mean, I just want to keep saying Revuelto, but I know I haven't heard enough people talking about the car to say Revuelto. The Revuelto. Lamborghini Revuelto. Okay, I'll get used to it at some point, I suppose. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, is this a super short track? This is like the 40-second track. Here's a funny story. The very last race for that showcase was it was made precisely with the Revuelto because, again, that showcase is sorted by year of production or announcement of the cars. So the Revuelto, being the newest Lambo, obviously was the very last one. And for that one, I did a full race and then a replay of the race with the scenic, or the cinematic, excuse me, camera angle, which looks always dope. But it was this race, it's so short, it's like 40 seconds. I hate it, so I had to look for another good race with this car. Because as much as I like this track and I would have liked to keep that particular clip, look at this, 43 seconds, there you go. This is too short, come on Game Love, come on, why 43 seconds? You don't need to be like that. I still won, so that's great. Beating Cyan, SC20, Cyan, Countach, SC20. Would you look at... I'm telling you, this car is actually so damn good. Like, proper good. And while you know that I love orange cars, and orange is the main color of that Revuelto, look at that Revuelto in yellow. Yeah, it looks surprisingly good. I like it. And we're in Auckland, so let's prove ourselves, people. What can we do? I honestly think I have a good shot over here. I mean, the Cyans are still gonna be a bit of a menace, but I may have a good chance over here because the acceleration of this thing, I said it earlier in another video, I think, that this track in general, Auckland, it's very beneficial for agile car, especially if they have great acceleration. They don't need to have the toppest of top speeds, but the acceleration can really pull you really far ahead, so long as you do things right. Am I doing things right? That I don't know. Probably not, because I'm not winning, and I'm sad. Oh, this is another super short race. Oh, really? Well, I in the top 3, so... Wait, top 3? Top 2! How about that? Hahaha, perfectly calculated. It's not a great result, but it's not terrible. I mean, all things considered. Again, it's a Class B beating Class A, ASS, B, AA. So... I call that a W in my book, and this car looks fantastic. I have been vocal saying that I didn't love the position of the exhaust for this car, but you know, as I said ever since before the car was released, when there were only leaks about what the car could look like, I kept saying that, you know what, I'm not gonna make much of a judgment, because it's normally the case when something new, and at least for me, something new releases, I'm like, it's okay. But as time goes on, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm liking it more and more. And that is the case with this beauty. Now the exhaust position doesn't bother me anymore. So, yes. Something. Beautiful. All right. That's going to do it for this video. You know what to do. You need to tell me in the comments which of the 4 Lambos that we featured over here was your favorite in terms of look. Not performance, please. Looks. Which one looks the best? Tell me in the comments. Also, like the video and all of that good stuff. That's all. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.